Hello and welcome. Today's going to be a slightly shorter stream, mostly because I got carried away playing the new card game in Genshin Impact. Um, and I can't go too late because I don't want to be inconsiderate to my neighbors. So I'm just going to very quickly, do a quick warm up and then um, just run through all the melodies that I have been memorizing, and we'll see if I can get to memorizing a new one. But I'm not sure for today because, yeah, I may have played a little bit too much Genius Vacation TCG. And for those of you guys who play Genshin Impact, you'll know what I mean. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll get started. I just remembered I need to share this with my Discord server, so give me a second to do that. All right. Get shareable link. Put that on the Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, I'll just pop it in the chat right now. That is our Discord server. There it is. And it will lead you to the Discord server that was actually created by viewers on my Twitch channel, so that you guys would have a space to hang out when I'm not online. And so I'm just going to go and pop this stream in there. All right. There it is. All right. Very good. So that's there. Hello, Tamash. Good morning on your end. It is evening over here. How are you doing? All right. Hey Pandora, welcome back. How are you doing? Breaking in a new flute. You got the Trevor James copper alloy flute for Christmas. My God, congratulations. If I'm being completely honest with you, that is my dream backup flute. That is actually my dream backup flute. I would love for that to be my backup flute. If I had all the money in the world to spend, that would be my backup. In terms of breaking in a new flute, just play it all the time. Play it every day for at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes or something like that. Play it every day, and you'll notice that over time, it'll get easier and easier to play. So like about 6 months down the road, you'll be like, this is feeling really good. In the beginning, it's going to feel a little resistant. But other than that, there's no magic to breaking in an instrument. But that is a good question. Hey, Jody, welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day, evening, morning. I don't know what time it is where you are. But yeah, today's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream because I don't want to be too disruptive to my neighbors. So anyway, let's get through more of the music that I want to get through. Indeed. Worrying about the neighbors, I feel like is every musician's problem. For a long time, I was really nervous about my husband listening to me play. You just get really self-conscious, you know? So Jody, you played in a concert tonight. It's 12:35 a.m. where you are. Concert went great. You were nervous about this one because you haven't had rehearsals for the last 2 weeks. Oh, wow. 2 weeks off and then you guys just did a concert? Wow. That's pretty metal. Did it go well? It did go well, right? Yeah, you said that the concert went great. You know what? Sometimes that's how it goes. I feel that a lot of times if you don't over rehearse or if you don't over practice, the actual concert goes really well. But if you end up over practicing, that's kind of where things can go awry. But I'm glad it went well. That's fantastic. Couple of spots I need to practice. Amir, hello and goodbye. Have a great day at work. Um, let's see. So, Tomash, you once had loud, nasty neighbors. Your other neighbor asked you to play high notes in the morning just to annoy the others because they usually partied a lot and had a hangover in the morning. Ah. Oh, interesting, Jody. That's true. I mean, I feel like nerves have a really good effect on making us actually pay attention to things a little bit more, and paying attention to each other is really fantastic. You even had a solo in the very lowest notes, C's, D's, and E's. Wow. And all the notes sounded and you were afraid they wouldn't come out. See, sometimes, like, as weird as it sounds, like, sometimes not rehearsing so much is actually fantastic. I mean, you shouldn't do that all the time, right? But like sometimes, you know, it just kind of heightens your senses a little bit more because you're just not letting your guard down as much, you know? Yeah. All right. So that was 3 songs. Uh, 1, 2. No, that was 4. What was that? 3? Was that 1? That was 4. Okay. Hello, progressively me. Yes, you're on time. How are you? And Felix, welcome over from Twitch. Um, I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. Um, but yeah, Jody, I am feeling very relaxed these days. I'm sure that you guys can tell from the way I'm playing. Natasha, yes, indeed, it is late, and I need to stop by 10 because I don't want to, annoy my neighbors. But how are you doing? How is life? What's going on? Okay, let's keep going. I think I memorized another one, right? I think there was another. Okay, what? I think it keeps going. I think I got it. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, Felix. Is there any way that you can take some time to recover first before you have to play the e-bear with your orchestra? Natasha, you're wasting time on YouTube. Just saw the live stream pop up. That is the story of my life as well. Story of my life as well. And now I am contributing In fact, I've always contributed to the YouTube procrastination. I mean, come on, guys. I'm so good at procrastination that I now actually make procrastination material for everyone. Okay, so that was pretty good. I have a few minutes left. Just a few minutes left before I have to cut myself off. Let's see how much of this I can memorize. Like, I know it in my head, but, it's another to actually do it from memory. Actually figure out those notes somewhere. All right, that's the intro. Doing that by ear, but I think that was right. Okay. something else. Okay. And with that, I need to end because I'm technically 2 or 3 minutes beyond 10 o'clock p.m. And I just wanted to say that Tomash is correct, that it was commissioned by the flutist who ended up refusing to play this piece, claiming that it's unplayable. Who was it originally written for? So I think if you just go to the Wikipedia of it, I mean, it's dedicated to Marcel Moïse. Yeah. I don't know if Marcel Moïse was the one who is like, this is unplayable, but it is dedicated to Marcel Moïse. Yeah. See you later, Jody. I'm about to head off as well. It feels like it's unplayable. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've been spending the last 3 years studying it to get it to where it is now. My current big project is to be able to play it with the same relaxation and ease that I play like stuff like I was playing today. Yeah, you don't remember who it was either, right? Yeah, like online, just a quick search of it, it only really says that it's dedicated to Marcel Moïse, but I'm not actually sure if it's Marcel Moïse himself who said that it's unplayable. But I do know that story. I do know that the original flutist that it was written for said that it was unplayable. And then a year later, he heard someone else play it. You know, that is kind of how music progresses, you know, like composers will write something that's pretty much unplayable. Someone will figure out how to play it. If you can't play it on the flute, then some flute maker will figure out how to make the flute able to play it, you know, and then the cycle continues. It's just a constant merry-go-round of playing more and more obnoxiously difficult things, you know. So Felix, if you're not too put off by it, I would highly recommend memorizing the Iber, because it goes so fast that you don't have time to read it. Like, you don't have time to read, process, and play it. Like, you can't, you know. That was the big kind of hurdle that I came across when I was studying it. And I mean, I'm still studying it, but that was like the biggest thing, was like I just came to this horrible realization that I could not actually play it fast enough if I didn't have it fully memorized. Like when you perform it, you can have the music in front of you. Like no one said you can't do that, right? But like you're essentially using the music more as a prompter than you are actually reading the music, you know? When you first learned the Uber, you wanted to quit your job. Oh, so you have already learned it, right? Are you still so you're still memorizing the first 2 pages? Yeah. Which is fine, because the first page of the first movement, the recap on the 4th page is almost identical. It's only really the first line or so that's different. So like once you've memorized the exposition, you've basically memorized the recap. Yeah. So yeah, you got it. Do you think it was Tafnel himself, Tomash, who was like, this is unplayable? And even now, we are still like, if it is Tafnel, it would be absolutely freaking hilarious, because even now we still play the Tafnel exercises and stuff like that religiously, you know, as flutists. He's basically one of the flute saints, you know, Marcel Moïse, Tafnel, Gobert, you know, all of those folks. They are essentially the patron saints of modern flute playing, you know. Everybody memorizes Tafnel and Gobert exercise number 4 from the 17 big daily exercises. Everyone memorizes that. I was actually assigned to memorize that when I was in school. I didn't really know what I was doing, so I didn't memorize it very well. I mean, I think I just like barely passed the exam. Like, honestly, if I had the tools that I have now, I think I would have done so much better. When Galway says that a piece is unplayable, then it is. I mean, king of the flute world, you know. You know what? I think the other thing too is like everything is evolving constantly. You know, the flute itself is evolving constantly. Therefore, the music that is written for the flute is evolving constantly. We as humans are evolving as well. You know, so like what one generation has not figured out, the next generation will, you know, and it just kind of keeps going like that. And like, I guess like with these streams and stuff, I just want to show you guys that as nutty as it all is, it's fine. You can learn the crazy stuff like I am if you want to. You can also not, you know, like right now I'm just learning Genshin Sumeru music, you know, like for fun. I feel like we need to remember that, you know, there is a large part of us all, I think, that do this for fun, right? So TikTok is going crazy on cello talk about Wednesday arpeggios, with everyone saying about the Wednesday arpeggios, with everyone saying they're impossible, and then a few days later they're all playing it. Yeah, see, like that's just kind of how the music world works. Like one day everyone says that something is completely unplayable, people attempt to do it. We as humans, I think at the core of our being, we want to get better at things, you know? Like we always want to learn. We always want to grow. There is this kind of innate yearning to always grow and learn and learn and learn and learn. And I think that's why we end up doing crazy things like this. Oh, from the Wednesday Addams show. Oh, it was the arpeggios from the Wednesday Addams show saying that it was edited. You know. Yeah. I think like musicians are very good at proving they can do impossible things, or what was previously thought to be impossible. The E-Bear Concerto being one of them. Felix, are you a Genshin player? And you're asking where I get the notes from. So I am looking up fan transcriptions on musescore.com. They are not labeled with the correct names because they are just fan transcriptions. So I literally just type Sumeru in MuseScore's search engine, and you can find a whole bunch of music there. Sometimes I'm reading off of piano music, and I'm just reading the melody part. But since a lot of Sumeru music is written for the flute, a lot of fan transcriptions on MuseScore has just arranged for solo flute, which is very convenient. So yeah. Are you a Genshin player? For those of you guys who are Genshin players, today I had the chance to play and finish the latest Archon interlude quest, and it was an absolute mind bender. It was so good. Oh my god, the story is just so good. And then the reason why I started today's stream a little bit late was because I started the Genius Invocation TCG, so the card game that now exists within Genshin Impact. I started the tutorial for that, and that took a really long time. And then like I actually wanted to keep playing, but I was like, no, I know I want to play a little bit of flute before, quiet hour. So yeah. You're waiting for the next city. Are you waiting for Fontaine? You waiting for Fontaine? I'm very excited for Fontaine. Very excited. But man, Sumeru has been so amazing. Oh, just wonderful. I can't wait for more like events, limited events and stuff like that to happen within Sumeru, because I want to see more of the characters interacting with each other and stuff like that. I think it's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, okay. So from the Wednesday Addams show, it's when she's playing Painted Black, and it's whatever she's playing on the cello, I'm guessing. And then that kind of caught on in the cello world, I'm guessing. Yeah, right, Felix? Yeah. So, yeah, Genshin music is just so good. I'm very, very excited about Fontaine, because Fontaine, which is the next area that's going to be released in Genshin, which probably will not be released for many, many patches later, but apparently is going to be like steampunk. So steampunk themed, kind of like somewhat based on France, I believe it is. Like it's steampunk France. And I'm very excited for it because I'm very curious to know what the music is going to sound like there. And I hope Yu Peng Chen, the composer, or like the main top composer in Genshin Impact, I hope he continues using way too much flute, because Lord knows I am enjoying it. No stupid question. Ask the question. Yeah, well, we're gonna be waiting for forever. But you know what? I waited like 2 years to get into Sumeru. Worth it. But yeah, please ask your question. No stupid questions. And Felix, I got the Wanderer. I saved up my Primo gems and I got the Wanderer. He's level 80 out of 90 right now, so I still need to get a whole bunch of mushrooms for him to level him up fully. I know this sounds absolutely crazy to those of you who don't play Genshin Impact, but you have to get a bunch of items, like special items, to level people up and stuff like that. Because when you get a character, they don't come like all powerful. You know, you have to build them up and level them up and stuff. And this guy needs a ton of shrooms, like a ton of shrooms. So, and he needs special shrooms too that only respawn every 2 to 3 days. Now I need to get 60 more for him to max level him out. But yeah. Yes, I did. I got the Wanderer, and he is fun to play. He is very fun to play. Yeah, great, absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Did I get his weapon? No C6. No, I'm not the type of person. I'm a low spender. I'm not like crazy, like, you know, get out the wallet type of whale. Like, I'm not. I'm a very, very low spender. But I did get his weapon. This is the first weapon banner I pulled on because I also own Ito and I love playing Ito. And this weapon banner had both the Wanderer's weapon and Ito's weapon. So I figured if I lose the, I guess it's like technically 37.5% rate of getting one of those, maybe I, like, if I'm lucky, I might land a Primordial Jade Wing Spear for my Xiao. And then, but I was like, you know, if I get the Red Horn Stone Thresher for Ito, that's also cool. Like, if I lose the weapon to Ito's weapon, that's fine too. You know, because then my Ito would suddenly be a lot stronger. So like, basically it was like any weapon I get on the weapon banner, I'll be happy with. Just so happened I won my 37.5, technically the 50-50, I guess, like some people just straight up call it the 50-50, but I won it and I got his weapon. I got real lucky. I did not lose any 50-50s. Got Wanderer and his weapon. So his weapon, I think right now is also 80 out of 90 because I've never farmed the materials to also level up his weapon. Yes, a ton of special shrooms. That is right, Natasha. This guy that I just pulled needs a ton of special shrooms. In total, I believe he needs about 168 of them. That's right. I have gathered 108 for him, and I need to gather 60 more. That's right. This guy eats a lot of shrooms. You lost your luck with Yaimiko, but if you lost your luck with Yaimiko, no, you got Yaimiko? Did you get Yaimiko in the last banner? Because if you lost your 50-50, then you should be guaranteed. You should be guaranteed your Wanderer, right? But no, I am not a C6 person. I don't do the multiple constellations life. Like, you can get repeats of the same character to get max abilities, blah blah blah, you know, stuff like that. You can make them stronger basically by getting repeats of them. But no, I don't get repeats because I'm a collector. Yeah. So, hey Laura. I can't play the flute anymore right now because it's past quiet time where I am. So I'm just chatting with you guys a little bit before I go. You tried 4 times? You tried 4 times? Were you going for constellations for Yaimiko? Is that what you're doing? Natasha, you're game illiterate? Let me tell you. I was also very game illiterate. When I first started Genshin, I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea. Like, John, my husband, had to explain so many things to me because there's so many things that you have to do in order to make your character strong enough. You have to level up their level. You have to level up their weapon. You have to level up. They have talents. So you have to level up their talents. Then you have to equip them with things called artifacts that boost their stats. But then you have to know which stats they naturally grow and which stats that they are actually useful for them. So then you have to go into these like domains, that's what they're called, but you fight a bunch of monsters to get like a treasure, and the treasure is just complete luck. It's just a lottery of like, hopefully you get an artifact that is like useful. Most of the time, because it is a lottery, the artifacts that you get are just complete trash, you know? So you only really get like a really good artifact every now and then. So you're constantly farming these things to boost your characters. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I had no idea what was going on. But like, as you get more into the game, like you kind of learn things here and there, a little more here, a little more there, a little here, a little there, you know. It's kind of like learning an instrument where like in the beginning, you know, you're still learning the fingerings and how to blow into the instrument, but then like the concept of having to juggle like reading a bunch of notes at the same time, but then also knowing the like musical context and the, you know, the theoretical like analysis and blah blah blah. Like there's always more that you can learn, and there's always more that, you know, you can, you know, kind of like put together to create like a beautiful you know, a beautiful music, right? It's kind of the same way in like a game like Genshin Impact. Like there's so many little things in there that like in the beginning I was completely illiterate to. I think it took me, I don't think I started farming for artifacts until maybe 6 or 7 months into playing the game. Like I didn't go hard doing a lot of that stuff in the beginning. I didn't even do all my dailies every day in the beginning. I think I only started doing my dailies every day 3 months into playing the game, something like that. So it's just that now it's become routine, you know? It's like a routine thing that you do like 15 to 30 minutes a day, usually only about 15 minutes a day. And then on the weekends and stuff, when you have more time, you could do some of the story stuff that takes a lot longer, but it's like really good. Sometimes they have limited event stuff, so you could do like stupid games and stuff that they give you. And, you know, like there's, you can, you know, it's really ideal for working adults actually, because, you know, you could just spend like 15 minutes or so doing your dailies and stuff like that. And then, you know, on the weekends, that's when you can spend a little bit more time exploring, doing story, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. And you don't even have to do everything in the game if you don't feel like it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can play the game any way you want, you know? So some people, like myself, I don't do the, like, super, like, crazy, like, fight everything and everything gets harder and harder and harder. Like there's something called the abyss, which is basically where you can really test out your teams, and it goes level by level, and each level gets harder and harder and harder with like harder and harder monsters and stuff like that until you get to the very end. I hate it. I don't do it. John does it for me because I just decided I get angry every time I play it. It makes me hate the game. Why would I play this part of the game? It makes me hate the game, you know? Felix, you lost 4 50-50s. I'm sorry. Oh, Natasha, you gave up gaming in the Sims 2 era? It sounds like a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Yeah, it is. It is a lot of work. Games like this are a lot of work, but it kind of becomes part of your routine after a while. And it doesn't really feel like work after a while. Yeah. Oh, when you were in Ligia, you just found Sumeru while exploring. Did you go through the chasm? There's so many people who just like walk over the chasm and into Sumeru, but there's actually a little waypoint that they put in the chasm in Ligia, where you can go there, unlock that waypoint, and just walk through a cave into Sumeru. So if you haven't done that, you should do that. All right, I really should take my leave because I need to take a shower. I need to, what else do I need to do? I need to play. I don't know. I was going to play a little bit more Genius in Vacation TCG, but I don't know if I have time to do that. So whatever. It was really nice playing and chatting with you guys. Chatting about Genshin Impact. It's so fun. And well, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, evening, wherever it is you are, whenever it is, wherever you are. And just know that you guys all have a really lovely, chill group of people here to come back to whenever I happen to be online. And yeah, I love you all so very much. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe. And I shall see you guys probably tomorrow. All right. Laters, guys. Good night.